Nowadays they just talk, but they talk about nothing. Nowadays everybody wanna say something. Goddamn, I'm the man and it feel like it. Give a damn about a hater when
So thank you for joining me.
I'm so happy to be here.
On my show. I'm happy to have you here. So I have so many questions for you.
Sweet.
Like we could go on and on and on with how many questions I have and answers. So backstory. You grew up in a polygamous community.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. In
Wyoming.
It was Wyoming.
Yeah.
Okay. And at what age did you discover within yourself that this doesn't feel right?
Oh, that's kind of a complicated question because it came in sort of degrees, mm-hmm. where I think the first time that I felt like there was something that I was being taught that didn't align with how I felt in my body, mm-hmm. was probably like 5 or 6, and it was about it was a white supremacist idea. It's what the Mormons used to believe about blacks not having the priesthood.
Right.
And the polygamists are still like way super gung-ho about that. So we were taught that. And I remember feeling really gross when I learned that. And it felt like, oh, I'm going to have to believe this thing that doesn't feel good, that feels like weird in my body, but I guess I have to because that's what's true. Mm-hmm. And I know that the natural man is an enemy to God, so these natural feelings that I'm feeling, they must be wrong, and I got to move past those, in order to kind of get into that. So that sort of was the conflict in me. And then as I grow up, right, it's just more things would come to where I would feel gross about them, but I would just stuff them down because I was like, oh, that's my body. That's not my spirit, right? And the spirit is pure. Spirit is willing. Flesh is weak, right? That's my flesh. That's my natural man, right? All of that. So I'm sort of pushing that away. And that was me mostly up until I was like 17 or 18. And then I started to go out into the wider world and interact with people. And once I started doing that, then it became a lot easier to realize that the truth that I'd been taught, mm-hmm. wasn't actually true, that what was true was what I was feeling. Mm-hmm. The feelings that I was feeling, that was actually true, and I could trust that. And so it's sort of a long process of exiting that took, because I was a member of the polygamous sect, and then I joined the LDS church for a while. So it took me several years to fully exit, but I would sort of characterize the core piece of it as learning to trust my body rather than what other people told me was true. My body knows what's true. My body knows what's good, and my body knows what's bad. And the way that my body tells me what's good is it feels good. Good things feel good. Mm-hmm. Bad things feel bad. And so if I just pay attention to how my body feels, if I'm feeling good, that means good things are happening. If I'm feeling bad, it means bad things are happening. Being able to really trust that rather than there's some external force, either a prophet or a God or something that's out here that's going to come in and tell me exactly what's good, and I've got to follow that, even if it does feel really bad.
And even if it hurts others.
Even if it hurts others, right? Yeah. And I think that's part of kind of how they hook you in I think in Mormonism in general, but mm-hmm. definitely in polygamy, is they'll tell you, hey, this is going to feel bad. This is going to be hard, but it's to purify you. Mm-hmm. It's to make you better.
Because then when you make it to the other side,
then when you die, you're going to be so pure, and you're going to be able to hang out with God, mm-hmm. right? And so what that does is that gets you locked, I think, in actually this physical shame spiral of, I'm feeling bad is good, so you're just like stuck in this spot, rather than realizing that our bodies are so wise. Like, our bodies are so wise. We know things. We feel things, right? And so if you just can come back to that and really trust that that's really your truth, mm-hmm. it's impossible to be fucked with, right? But you got to really, for a lot of us, for me at least, I had to come back to that because I wasn't growing up. I wasn't told, hey, your body knows. Just listen. Just, does it feel good? Then do it. Does it not feel good? Then don't do it. Right? That wasn't the coaching that I was given. What I was given was your body's going to tell you things and it's going to feel like they're good, but they're actually bad.
You need to fight that.
You need to fight that. Right?
Yeah. It was an inner battle for me even after I was baptized. And I remember thinking when I was 8 years old, which, good hell, 8.
Such a weird...
8.
The idea,
So young.
the idea that we tell 8-year-olds, there's something, you're capable of doing something so bad that God had to kill the most righteous, awesome person on the planet so that he wouldn't kill you.
Exactly.
Is
Now you're saved.